Hi, everybody. Reese Davis with you, bringing you the EA Sports NCAA Football 14 pregame show presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites. Everybody's all stretched out. Now they're ready to butt heads. The Big Ten about to kick off. Thanks for joining us here on the NCAA College Football pregame show. Now let's send it out to Brad and Kirk for all the action. We'll see you at the half.
We're live at Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania, tucked in the Nittany Valley between Bald Eagle Mountain and Tussey Mountain.
Welcome to the start of Big Ten play. The Cornhuskers finished their non-conference schedule with a 3-1 record with a win over Rutgers, while Penn State are coming off back-to-back losses. But Nebraska's not seeing improved performance from their offense if they have a chance coming out of Happy Valley with a win. And we're going to see that Nebraska offense to start this game. We debuted a new spread offense last week against Rutgers to limited success. We got the win. The offense wasn't good. Hopefully we can have a better performance today against Penn State, but it is tougher competition. The first run is going to be a counter run for Jake Pierce. Our running game has been one of the worst in the entire nation to start the season. Hopefully with this spread offense, we can find some running lanes and improve our running game. Well, after the first down, a run on first down goes nowhere, and then an incompletion. So now it is 3rd and 10. Bunch to the right-hand side. Nebraska probably going to have to throw here. 4 seconds on the play clock, and they're going to throw it. From a bunch look, Jeff Holland looked for his man near the sideline, and he's got him. It's Brian Donaldson for a gain of 13, and they do move the chains. So that puts them past the 50-yard line. 1st and 10. 2 tight end set from shotgun, and Jeff Holland's going to look to throw. Looks like it's a blitz from Penn State, and he throws it directly to a Penn State player. And it is a turnover on their first drive. Once again, a decent start, and then they find a way to screw it up. He passes it directly to the linebacker, and now Penn State have the ball back. Another awful start for Nebraska. We just cannot get out of our own way. We continually find ways to screw things up, even when we start to have a decent start. Just an awful offense. I don't know what happened to this team, but they have looked absolutely dreadful to start this season, even though they only have 1 loss. Over the first couple seasons of this save, we've seen consistent progress, but it looks like we might be going backwards for the first time as the offense looks completely inept this season, and the defense is going to have to be dominant if they're going to keep them in this game. And so far, it's 2 passes, 2 long completions for Penn State. That makes it 1st and goal for Penn State. Fullback is going to get the ball on the dive, and he's going to get in the end zone. So it is 3 plays, 7 points for Penn State, and it's 4 or 5 plays and an interception for Nebraska. Just an awful start. I don't know how to fix this Nebraska offense because they're just doing absolutely nothing right. 1st and 10 after the turnover. Can they get something going on this drive? It's going to be a run on first down, and it's a loss of 4 as he spreads it wide when there's no reason to. He had a wide open cutback lane, but he tries to run it out wide for no reason. He gets tackled for a loss. Literally no one on this offense can do anything right. Just absolutely dreadful. 2nd and 14, wide receivers are in tight. Jeff Holland's gonna have to complete something here to give him a more comfortable 3rd down. Instead, he's gonna take off, try to do it himself, and he gets past the first man, and he gets a solid gain. Jeff Holland takes it himself and gets 11 yards. I guess when you can trust no one else on your offense to do anything right, it's gotta be all on Jeff Holland, even though he's made plenty of mistakes as well. So it's going to be 3rd and 3, and Nebraska desperately need to convert this. 2 tight ends on the field, and Jeff Holland's going to look to throw. It's only a 4-man rush, and he's going to take off into the pressure, and he gets sacked for a loss of 3. And so it is a 3-and-out for the offense after they just turned the ball over, and Penn State got a touchdown on 3 plays. Literally don't think we could have started worse. Nebraska hasn't been blown out too much in this series, but this is looking like it might be another blowout. And it's not a great Penn State team. They're coming off back-to-back losses to average-at-best teams. 1st and 10, play action pass, absolutely 0 pressure, and we finally have a chance to make a play, but we can't even do that. We have to drop the interception. Would have been a big play for Nebraska, but that's why we couldn't make it. Well, we finally make our best play of the game so far on 2nd down. We stopped the runner for no gain, which is not that impressive, but it's going to be 3rd and 10. It's a delayed handoff, and it's a 1st down. At 3rd and 10, they run the ball up the middle, and they still get 15 yards. The offense can do absolutely nothing right. It looks like the defense has kind of caught on. Another stop for no gain on 1st down, so it's going to be 2nd and 10. 2 tight ends on the field for Penn State, and it's going to be a speed option to the left-hand side. He gets past the first man, and he eventually gets taken down by the defensive end after a gain of 7. So that's going to make it 3rd and 4, and Nebraska's defense desperately needs this stop. It's another delayed handoff, and it's another 1st down, unless he tries to go wide, which he does. Just a terrible, terrible run by the Penn State running back. Should have been an easy first down. He should have walked for the first down. It's going to be fourth down, but they're still going to go for it, and I don't see us stopping them. 4th and inches for Penn State, and they're going to look to throw it on fourth down. That's an interesting decision, but it still works because they have a wide open man over the middle. I don't know why our middle linebackers are down 15 yards when it's 4th and inches, but, I mean, what else should we really expect? 3-yard run on first down, so it is 2nd and 7 for Penn State. Tight end's going to motion to the right-hand side of the formation. It's a pretty heavy defensive package for Nebraska. A lot of players in the box, and they're going to look to throw. It's going to be a blitz, but it's going to get picked up, and he's going to have a wide open player. That is man coverage, and yet he is standing without anyone 10 yards away from him on the goal line. That should have been a touchdown, but it's still a first down. 1st and goal. It's going to be 7 points for Penn State. The defense has carried this team so far to this point, but it was only going to last so long, and it looks like it's over. The defense looks absolutely awful, and it's a touchdown for Penn State. Nebraska brought everybody expecting a run, but they threw it, and wide open receiver. 7 points for Penn State. It's 14-0. I don't know if this offense can score 14 points. The offense is going to have to score some points here, or this game will be as good as over. 1st and 10. 3 trips to the right-hand side from shotgun. Jeff Holland's going to throw. Near the sideline. Does he have his man? No, he has a Penn State man. And we get very fortunate that he dropped it. Otherwise, it would have been a pick 6. This offense is one of the worst in the nation. Jeff Holland had some growing pains last year in his true freshman season, but there were signs of promise. This year, there are no signs of promise. He has been dreadful all season long, as has our running game, as has our offensive line, as has every single player on this team. 2nd and 10. 4 wide look. Jeff Holland going to look to throw. Offensive lineman gets immediately beaten by the defensive tackle. Fortunately, he finds Roddy Jennings on the in route. He gets 9 yards, but it's still 3rd down. 3rd and 1. We absolutely have to get this. If we don't get it, we're probably going to have to go for it on 4th down. 3rd and 1. Looks like a pressure look for Penn State, and Jeff Holland's going to throw. He's got extra blockers in. He's going to take off. He should be getting this. He gets past one man. A decent run for Jeff Holland on the scramble. He gets 12 yards. We've moved the chains, but there's still a long way to go. An errant throw on first down, so we're going to start the second quarter, 2nd and 10. 4 wide look. Jeff Holland going to look to throw. 4-man rush once again. He's going to look for his man in the sideline, and he's got him this time. It is James Hill with his first catch of the game. 2nd and 6 after the 4-yard reception by Brian Donaldson. And it's going to be a read option play, but the cornerback doesn't even... Was he blitzing? Because if he thought that was a passing play, he didn't care at all, and that was going to be a walk-in touchdown. He only went for the quarterback there, and so we lose 5 yards. Awesome. Nebraska is falling apart right now. A big loss, and then a delay of game, so it's 3rd and 14, and this feels like an impossible situation. Jeff Holland is just going to check it down. He finds his running back, and he's going to get a few yards before the penalty flag. If that's on Nebraska, which it probably is, it is a clipping call. So they would have probably gone for it on 4th down, but now they're pushed back even further unless they decline this. And they do choose to decline it, so it's going to be 4th and 5. Nebraska might be in field goal range here, but they probably still need to go for this. They need 7 points. That was an awful call by Penn State to decline that. If they don't decline it, Nebraska get no points. They can't go for it on 4th down. They're probably out of field goal range. I don't understand that. 4th and 5. Trips to the right-hand side. Jeff Holland's going to look to do it himself. He gets past the defensive end just barely, and he gets enough to move the chains, and he fights for some extra yardage. It's been all Jeff Holland so far today. No one else is stepping up. Pretty much all of our yards are coming on Jeff Holland scrambles. We continue to try to get the running game to work on 1st down, a handoff to Jake Pierce, but there's just nowhere to go. He only gets 2 yards, and that's about our average on the season. So it's 2nd and 8. Wide receivers are in tight, and it's going to look to throw. Jeff Holland is going to look near the sideline, and it's nearly an interception. We nearly drove this entire way just for him to turn the ball over. Should have been two interceptions on this drive so far. One of them would have gone for 7 points for Penn State, and that one would have taken 7 points off the board for us, if not 3. We've seen a lot of bad games from Nebraska quarterbacks, but this might be up there with one of the worst ever. He has just done absolutely nothing. He's afraid to throw the ball, and we can see why, because all he does is nearly throw interceptions every single time, or check the ball down to running backs on 3rd down when you have to get a 1st down and you have to get 7 points. It's 4th and 7. We might just have to take the 3, because I do not trust this team to get this 1st down in no way, shape, or form. We had to get some points, so we take the field goal. But really, it doesn't feel like much, because this defense has had 2 drives, and they've allowed touchdown on both of them. And the offense, I mean, they feel fortunate to have driven down the field there just to get into field goal range. They have still looked absolutely terrible. We've got them 3rd and 7. This is our chance to make a play and force a punt. Can we do it? I'm not confident. Tight end's going to motion to the right-hand side. They're going to look to throw. It's going to be a quarterback draw. And we're going to make the play? Are we going to make the play? Looks like we tried as hard as possible not to. but we do eventually bring them down 2 yards short of the first down, and we force the first punt. We finally made a play. Can the offense do something here? They should have thrown an interception twice on the last drive. They were fortunate, extremely fortunate, to get 3 points. They're going to have to be better. 1st and 10. Jeff Holland goes throw. It's a blitz for Penn State. He's got to get the ball out, but instead he looks to take off once again. He seems absolutely terrified of throwing the ball. And, I mean, there's probably good reason. He could have easily thrown 3 or 4 interceptions so far. This might be the worst we have ever seen Jeff Holland look. He has just looked absolutely awful. He is scared to throw. He's only looking to scramble, and, you know, that's only going to work for so long. 2nd and 13 after the loss. 4 wide look. Jeff Holland is going to throw the ball, and could have been another interception. So now it is quickly 3rd and 13. Awesome. I love how this drive has started. 3 wide to the right-hand side. Jeff Holland, can he do something here? He's going to throw downfield, and it's going to be nearly another interception. He could have 5 interceptions before halftime, and I wouldn't be surprised at all. He has been absolutely dreadful. The defense finally gets a stop, forces the punt, and the offense just shows them the finger as they go 3 and out and punt it right back. I would hate to be a defensive player on this team. I would just be absolutely the worst. No matter what you do, it's not going to matter because the offense is going to find a way to screw it up. 2nd and 9. Can they get back-to-back stops? I mean, it feels pointless at this point. They're going to look to throw, and he has all the time in the world. Absolutely no pressure and a one-handed grab over the middle because, of course, this team literally can do nothing right. This is probably the worst pass rush in the entire nation. We have the worst running game in all of the nation, and we have one of the worst passing games in the entire nation as well. Run on 1st down loses 4 yards, and then a gain of 3. So it is 3rd and 11 now. We have another chance to get a stop, but they are in field goal range. 4 wide, and they're going to look to throw, and it's an interception. We finally make a play in the passing game. Once again, he had all the time in the world, but he still tries to force it in there. And it is rookie, true freshman, that is, linebacker Joseph Monroe, who gets his first interception of his career. But ultimately, it doesn't matter how many plays this defense makes if the offense can do absolutely nothing with it. And a throwaway on 1st down, and it's already 2nd and 10. 3 wide look to the right-hand side. Jeff Holland, can he throw the ball? No, he's going to look to take off once again. And this time, he can't get past the line of scrimmage. He gets taken down for a sack. And so once again, it's 3rd and long. We are now 3 years in, coming off our best season to date, and this might be the worst team we've ever had here. This Nebraska team looks like they shouldn't even be competing at a Division I level. They are just awful at absolutely everything. Jeff Holland is terrified of throwing the ball. The offensive line can't block. The running backs can't break tackles. Literally no one can do anything. 3rd and 12. They kind of have to complete this, otherwise it's game over. Jeff Holland, he's going to look for his man, and he finds him this time. It is James Hill. He gets the reception. He gets 21 yards. Kind of got something going here, but still only a minute and a half left in the 2nd quarter. We're going to have to make multiple good plays in a row, something this offense just hasn't done this season. 1st and 10. Jeff Holland once again is going to look to throw. It's a 5-man rush. And who was that to? Literally, who was it to? There was no one even close. So after whatever that throw was, it's 2nd and 10. Wide receivers are in tight. It's going to be a blitz for Penn State. He's got to get the ball out. Instead, he's going to look to take off. And instead, he gets sacked once again. I don't understand Jeff Holland. Just awful decision after awful decision after awful decision after awful decision. We are coming very close to Jeff Holland being benched for the 2nd time in his career. And unless he does something here, it's going to happen. 3rd and 13. Come on, Jeff. If you run the ball right now, he's going to throw and he's got his man, but it is short of the 1st down. 4th and 1, we still have to go for this. And on 4th and 1, we're going to go heavy. We don't trust Jeff Holland, so we're going to run the ball here. Goal line package, and it is Yakizian who gets the ball, and he gets enough to move the chains. We've still got only 37 seconds left, so we're going to have to go quick here. An incompletion on 1st down. So there's 27 seconds left, and it's 2nd and 10. We're still not quite in scoring range. Jeff Holland's going to drop back. Only a 3-man rush this time. If you take off now, well, he's going to, but he only gets a yard. Still looked like it should have been so much more. Jeff Holland had so much time there to sit in the pocket and wait for a man to get open, but he refuses to. 2 seconds left, and this is basically the game. This is basically the half, at least. He finds his man on the crossing route, but it's not going to matter. He gets taken out of bounds, and the half ends. Just an absolutely dreadful, dreadful half of football. I probably could have handled that better. I had 2 timeouts in my pocket. But at that point, it feels like it's meaningless. Whatever I do, Jeff Holland's going to find a way to screw it up. So it's probably more likely he was going to throw a pick 6 than we're actually going to get into scoring range there. So maybe it was the smarter choice. If Penn State go down and score a touchdown here, this might be a pretty quick game because we can pretty much just simulate till the end. Because this offense, I think, is literally incapable of scoring 21 points. I didn't think they could score 14. I don't know if it's possible for them to score 21 against a competent team. Penn State attempts a speed option on 1st down, and just like every single time they try to run a speed option, it loses yards. So it's 2nd and 12. And it's going to be a delayed handoff at the middle on second down. And he's got a massive lane. He gets a solid gain of 9. So it's going to be 3rd and 4, and we have to get the stop here. There's no ifs, ands, and buts. We have to get the stop. 5-man rush, and still doesn't get there until he looks to go wide. And we do eventually take him down for the sack. Technically, it's a sack, but that's as big of a coverage sack as you could possibly get. Still, no pass rush. It took a blitz from the middle linebacker for us to actually get there. But we do get him down, and we do get the stop. This is going to be Jeff Holland's last chance. If he doesn't drive down the field here and get 7 points, he is going to be benched. 1st and 10, 2 tight ends on the field. And it's going to start with the handoff to Jake Pierce. Looking to hit this right edge on the counter run. And it's a decent start, 6 yards. So now it's 2nd and 4. And it's going to be a play action pass. Jeff Holland looking for his man over the middle. It's tight end Rodney Jennings, and he moves the chains. We try to run it again on 1st down, but he just barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. So it's a gain of nothing. 2nd and 10. Wide receiver is going to come in motion. That is James Hill. And it's going to be a throw. It's going to be a blitz. He's got to get the ball out. And he does, but it's a drop. It looked like it could have been knocked down by the defender, but I don't think he got a hand on it. I think it was just a straight up drop. So once again, we're in another 3rd and long. 10 yards to go this time. Can we move the chains? We have to. We absolutely have to. 3rd and 10. Jeff Holland, if you do something stupid here. He looks for his man, and it's a great throw. Finally, Jeff Holland makes the play. He finds his receiver, James Hill, down the middle. A very good throw on the seam pass. And James Hill brings it down and gets a big gain. We finally do something on offense. That's the first time we've actually looked like a competent offense all game long. 1st and 10 now. We finally had a big play. Now it's going to be a read option. Jeff Holland's going to take it himself. He's not got a lot of room to go, but he finds his route. Finds a man, gets around the man on the outside, and gets a gain of 10. So that's going to make it 2nd and inches. And they're going to look to throw on 2nd and inches, and it's a quick blitz up the middle. And I think there were two offensive linemen not blocking anyone. And so he gets taken down for a big sack. And we take 2nd and inches to 3rd and 8. Yeah, we have 3 offensive linemen literally not blocking a single person. We are literally taking it player by player, position by position, finding a way to screw it up. That time is on the offensive line, who literally 3 players blocked no one. Great. 3rd and 8. Trips to the right-hand side. Jeff Holland. He's going to look to throw. He's got a little time, and he nearly throws another interception, and that would have been another pick 6. But it's an incompletion, and it's 4th and 8, and we have to get 7 points. So we're going for this. 4th and 8. The game basically on the line. Wide receivers are in tight. Jeff Holland going to look to throw. Only a 3-man rush. He's going to have time, and he's going to check it down. He's going to check it down on 4th and 8 with a 3-man rush under no pressure. That might be the last you've seen of Jeff Holland. It's almost impressive how much we continually find ways to shoot ourselves in the foot. We make one good play, and we find a way to screw it up in any way possible. And, I mean, that's kind of another example. Could have had a pick 6 there, but no, we have to drop it. We could have actually gotten a touchdown, but that's not allowed. But it's going to be 2nd and 10. And they're going to be a delayed handoff at the middle. And the running back is going to get taken down after another solid gain. Definitely should not have gone anywhere close to 8 yards. If we try to run like that, we're getting hit for a loss of yardage. But they get 8 yards before we even touch him. It's actually impressive. 3rd and 2. And he's looking for his man near the sideline. And he's got him. He gets his feet inbounds. And he brings it down. There's pressure up the middle from the blitz. But doesn't really matter when you have a wide open receiver. Pretty good throw, though. Once again, that is us finding ways to screw it up at every opportunity. We finally get some pressure on the quarterback, and the cornerback is nowhere even close to the receiver. And once again, more of the same. 1st and 10, and they are just wide open over the middle, and he gets a pretty simple 15 yards. The only thing saving this team right now is stupid play calls for Penn State. They try another speed option, which literally don't work, and we stop them for a loss. But on 2nd and 14, it's another play that usually doesn't work. It's a screen pass, and so it's yet another stop for a loss. So it's going to be 3rd and 15. But I can almost guarantee we're going to find a way to screw this up. 3rd and 15. Penn State 5 wide. Nebraska only 3 down linemen. They're only bringing 3. Looks like it might be another screen setup, but there is nowhere for him to go. And a 3-man rush can get there. I mean, it took him about 10, 15 seconds. But we do eventually bring him down for a sack. And it's going to be a forced punt, I think, here. It's 4th and 27. They're out of field goal range. And they're probably not going for this one. The defense does eventually get the stop. Now the offense is back out there. And there's a new quarterback under center. That is junior transfer Sam Green at quarterback. Jeff Holland has been benched. 3 wide. They're going to look to throw on the first play. Sam Green's first pass for Nebraska, and he finds his man. And, of course, it is Rodney Jennings for a gain of 6. So now it's 2nd and 4. We're going to have 2 tight ends to the right-hand side of the formation. And we're going to look to throw one more time. It's a 4-man rush. There's immediate pressure, and Sam Green takes off. Doesn't have quite the athleticism of Jeff Holland, but he can still run the ball when he's got an open lane. And he rushes for a gain of 7 there on the scramble. So that moves the chains. So it's 1st and 10. 3 to the right-hand side, and it's going to be a heavy blitz for Penn State. He's going to get the ball out of his hands. He finds his tight end, Rodney Jennings. Once again, good decision. he's actually making plays. He's finding open receivers. He's getting the ball out of his hands when he needs to. 1st and 10, 4 wide look. And he's going to look to throw. It's going to be another blitz. He's got to get the ball out. And once again, he does. And he just loves Rodney Jennings, apparently. It's another big play, 20 yards. This is an actual passing offense right now. Something we never really saw under Jeff Holland. He's not panicking. He's not trying to scramble under no pressure. This is weird saying this from a Nebraska quarterback. Wide receivers in tight. We're actually starting to drive. 4-man rush. And once again, he's looking for his man. And, well, that's more what we're used to saying. A near interception. Hopefully that was just a blip and not start of yet another collapse. 2nd and 10. 1 second left in the 3rd quarter. To be the last play before the 4th quarter of the game. And he's going to look for his man. It's, well, so he nearly throws an interception. And then he misses his man by about 5 yards. So he started the drive looking like a pretty good quarterback. Looking composed, making good decisions. And then nearly throws an interception. Just completely inaccurate pass. And so it's 3rd and long. 3rd and 10. Bunch to the right-hand side. Can Sam Green get us out of it? He does. Once again, he looks for his man, Rodney Jennings. That is his go-to guy. And he finds him and he moves the chains. So it's 1st and 10. And actually, are we going to get a touchdown here? I mean, I might be getting ahead of myself a little bit. 1st and 10, 4 wide look. Sam Green going to look to throw. He's going to get pressure from up the middle, but he finds his man. It is Brian Donaldson on the out route, and he nearly gets him another 1st down. 2nd and inches, and it is a heavy box for Penn State, expecting a run. And it's not going to be a run. It's going to be a throw, but they drop everyone back in coverage, and Sam Green looking like Jeff Holland. No pressure whatsoever, and yet he panics. Looks to run into the defense, like literally directly to the closest defender, and he gets taken down for another loss. So again, it's 2nd and inches to 3rd and 4. At least we should be getting 2 cracks to get this 1st down, though. 3rd and 4. 2 tight ends to the right-hand side. Wide receiver's going to come in motion. That's Will Nixon. We're looking to throw, and, well, we nearly didn't have another opportunity because he nearly threw a pick 6. Apparently, it just doesn't really matter who you have under center. Nebraska quarterbacks are just absolutely cursed. Doesn't matter how good they start. Doesn't matter how good their ratings are, anything like that. They're going to make stupid decisions play after play after play. 4th and 4. We have to convert this. Sam Green. He'll look for his man, and he has found him. It is the running back this time, Jake Pierce. So he moved the chains again, but there's not much time left. We need to get in the end zone, and we need to get the ball back. 1st and goal. Can Sam Green do something that Jeff Holland couldn't do for the entire game so far? Get a touchdown. 5 wide look. Wide receiver's going to come in motion. Sam Green is going to look to throw. Almost called him Jeff Holland. And he's going for his man on the crossing route. That is Will Nixon. I think it might be his first catch of the game. And he gets 6 yards, bringing us closer to the end zone. So it's 2nd and goal from about the 2-yard line. We have to get in the end zone here. And it's going to be a handoff to Jake Pierce. Can he do it? No. Of course he can't. He gets 1 yard before he gets taken down by a host of Penn State defenders. Once again, we should have 2 attempts here to get in the end zone. 3rd and goal. Goal line package. Jacques Yant in the backfield. Can we get our first touchdown of the game? It's going to be Yant who gets the ball, and no. He actually gets taken down for a loss after there's immediate pressure up the middle. And now it's 4th and goal from about the 2-yard line. Pretty awful situation if you're in this team. So it is 4th and goal. They have to get a touchdown here. 2 tight ends the right-hand side, and it's going to be a read option. And, I mean, I don't think Penn State ever considered it was going to be a passing play. I think literally every player on their team blitzed. I mean, this team is just cursed or something. Like, just, and absolutely, like, it doesn't make any sense what Penn State just did. And, of course, we have 2 attempts from the 1-yard line. We lose a yard, and then we don't get it. This offense is just absolutely broken. That is game over. We cannot come back. We cannot even score more than 3 points. This team is an embarrassment. 1st and 10, Penn State. Check it out into the running back. We get the stop, but a 3-yard gain, it ultimately doesn't matter. There's 5 minutes left. We need 2 touchdowns, and that is not going to happen. If you ever really wonder, like, is this team actually that bad, or are they just getting unlucky? We're just this bad. This is after they've already scored another touchdown. It is now it was 21-3. They drove down the field with ease, even though we knew they were running the ball every play. It didn't matter. And then we got the ball back, and we immediately threw an interception because, of course. And then they got the ball back. They kneeled it on 1st down. Then I guess decided to be dicks and ran it on 2nd down. We chose engage 8. This is an engage 8 against a run. Engage 8 with a heavy front against a run play. This is a touchdown. Watch our defense here. I literally don't know how they can be so bad. They're literally, like, our defenders are blocking each other or something. I don't know. Watch this. This is an engage 8 against a delayed handoff, and he is not touched. Like, literally, it's like rats in a cage. I don't know what to say here. Like, literally, everyone's trying to go through the same gap. I have never seen incompetence on such a level at every single position. This entire team is broken. They are all incompetent, and we might not win another game this season unless we pull our head out of our asses. That might have been the most pathetic, embarrassing performance in the history of the sport. That was the worst loss of the series. We've lost by more points, but that is, without a shadow of a doubt, the worst offensive performance we've seen in the entire series. This might legitimately be the worst offense in the history of college football. Jeff Holland can do absolutely nothing right. Sam Green comes in and does absolutely nothing right. I mean, apparently, no matter who we have under center, they're just guaranteed to be absolutely dreadful. And it's not just the quarterback. It is every single player on this team. The running backs are god-awful. The receivers are okay, but they still struggle to get open. The offensive line is an embarrassment. The defense is an embarrassment at every single position. I mean, Jeff Holland is literally might be the worst quarterback I've ever seen. Like, he is worse than last year, and I don't know how. He's had a year of development. He's in his sophomore season, and it looks like he can't even play at a JV level. 5 sacks, just incompletion after incompletion, bad decision after bad decision. He probably could have thrown as many interceptions as he threw completions today. Running game, literally 3 yards a carry. We can do absolutely nothing. We ran the ball decently the first 2 years. And, you know, an average rushing offense. We are legitimately the worst rushing offense in college football. We have, I don't know if we've got a single game where we've had a player average over 4 yards or 4.5 yards a carry. It's just incompetence. We cannot do anything. It doesn't matter what play we call. Counter run, dive, read option, triple option. Literally nothing works. Receiving game is where we have our only bright sparks, like Rodney Jennings, still pretty good. James Hill had a really good game, but Brian Donaldson, a really promising start to his career. Ever since about halfway through last season, he's been absolutely terrible. Defensively, there were a few bright spots, I guess. They were trying to keep us in this game, but when we have an offense as incompetent as that, I mean, I feel bad for the defenders. There's literally nothing they can do. And I mean, they made some plays, but they're part of it fault as well. They could have made some plays. They could have had a couple interceptions that they dropped. They end up with no interceptions. They have 2 sacks on the day. One of them, you know, a coverage sack from a 3-man rush. The other, a coverage sack from a 5-man rush. But for the most part, there was absolutely no pressure. No pressure the entire game. The worst pass rush in college football to go along with the worst offense in college football. One of the worst run defenses in college football. This might be the worst team in college football. I don't know how to fix this team, specifically this offense. We tried to go to more of a spread style to see if we could, you know, open up some lanes for our running game. Our running game is just as bad as it's always been. And our passing game with a spread offense looks even worse. And I don't really know how that's possible. It's not like we've got a worse running game. The running game's been awful the entire season. So how can our passing offense, with a spread look, with more passing stuff, how can it be even worse than in our previous playbooks? I don't know, but we're going to have to go away from the spread offense. It obviously isn't working. They looked pretty awful against Rutgers, somehow scored 23 points, and then literally the worst offensive performance we have ever seen. But I don't know what playbook we can go to fix this offense. I don't think there's literally anything in this game that can fix our running game because we've already tried everything. We've tried the spread offense. We've tried traditional runs, power dives, zone runs, triple options, read options, literally every single play in the book, and none of them have worked. And so we have to rely on our passing game. And I mean, we ran a spread offense. That's usually what you run with teams that are trying to rely on their passing game. And we've seen the worst offensive performance, the worst passing game we've ever seen. So how do we fix this team? What can we actually use that will work? I don't know if anything will work. We might just have to resign ourselves that we're going to be the worst offense in college football because we have no running game to lean on and we have no quarterback on this team that can run an efficient passing offense. Unless we figure something out and fast, we might not win another game this entire season because the Big Ten is no joke. That was maybe one of the easier games of the season. Penn State were 2-2 coming off losses against 2 average at best teams, and they absolutely embarrassed us. And up next, we got number 15 Michigan State. That's going to be fun. And then a Purdue team who were ranked to start the season are pretty talented. Minnesota, who have been off for the past couple of years, but have started this season 3-1. Northwestern, who are 3-1. Number 16 Michigan. And then Wisconsin, who were one of the best teams in the Big Ten. And Iowa, who are number 24. Which of these games do we win? I don't think there's any. If you thought the loss to Penn State was embarrassing, well, I'll see you next episode where we'll probably lose to Michigan State about 75-0. If you made it this far and liked my slow descent into madness over the past 30 minutes, why don't you like the video, subscribe, and click the bell? The links to all my socials and my Twitch are in the description. I really appreciate all your support. Thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you next time.